Gone are the days when all a woman needed to do was to preserve herself, have discipline, have morals, and a man would come locate her from her parents' home for a serious relationship that would soon turn into marriage. Now, today, all that has changed, okay? And literally, you as a woman, you have to make yourself available, you have to make yourself publicly reachable, such that a man who is interested in you would be able to locate you. So literally, a woman has to put in efforts for that man to allocate her. Now that brings us to our topic of discussion today, which is tips on how to attract a good man. Okay, in case you are a woman watching this video and your interest is a married man, your interest is a man to the tooth, your interest is a man just to have sex with, then my sister, you don't need to waste time in all of this. Okay? These tips are for only serious women who are looking for real love that can later turn into serious relationship or serious marriages. Okay, well, my name is Palm Oil, aka GCP, and this is the Men's Love Zone. Now, here we concentrate on things to do with love, sex, and relationships, especially for the men. But because I realized that of late, I'm having an increase on my female viewerships, I thought of doing this trial topic for my women. So in case this video really does well, that baby, I'll start adding in more of videos that will help women better their relationships. Okay, so my dear men, it's only one video. You don't need to get discouraged, you don't need to click off. Please, let's watch and then help me rate at the end of the video. So point number one tip on how to attract a good man is by spending a good amount of time in the right public places. Okay, now you need to know that as a woman, the only way that you can attract any man is by you being visible. Okay, so if you are the kind of person who has a tight schedule like mine, I wake up in the morning, go to work, from work I come home, from home I go to work. I mean, literally that is my routine. Okay, and now that I have this YouTube channel, so I hardly have time to go out, mix and mingle, associate and all that. Yeah, so if you are the kind of person who has a schedule like mine, trust me, it's going to be very hard for you to attract any kind of man. Yeah, so make sure that you go to public places. It could be the church, it could be the bars, it could be the restaurants, it could be the hotels, and this should be in line with what your focus is. Okay, for instance, if you are the kind of woman who is interested in the high class, you should know where to go. If you are the kind of woman who is okay with the moderate, you should be know where to go. Okay, so make sure that you go to these public places. Point number two is be sexy and attractive. Now, my sisters, you need to understand that a woman is meant to be like a flower. So you are always supposed to look sweet, sexy, and adorable. Okay, so right from your clothes to your hair to your scent to your shoe, I mean, everything should be top notch. Yeah, now especially if you are still searching, my friend, you need to make sure that you are always looking your best. Okay, because you can never know when the chance is going to strike. Yeah, so make sure that you are always looking hot. Now you need to understand that when it comes to men, they are naturally visual beings. Okay, so it's what a man sees that will drive him to come approach you. So for those of you who be like, you see me, once that man will get to know me, then he will know that my true identity, how faithful I am, how kind I am. Now there is no way that man is going to find out all those before approaching you, and the only way that he will approach you is when you attract him. Okay, so sisters, make sure that you are so sexy all the time. Next point number three is be confident. Okay, it's important to be confident as a woman. Now there are those of us who will be chatting with these guys on phone, or probably because you are attractive, this guy has approached you, he has given you his contact number, and when the day comes where he finally wants to meet you, when you sit on the table, you cannot even hold a conversation. Okay, so the guy will be conversing with you, talking, and at some point, when he keeps quiet or when he asks you even to introduce yourself, that bit you cannot handle. So women, learn to be confident. And as you are having that first discussion, make sure that you talk about your passion. I mean, men love a woman who is passionate about something. So as you are sitting with him, you're confident, talk about your passion. It could be you're a YouTuber like me. It could be your nature of work. Anything that you are passionate of that will attract that man. Next point, number 4, is never act cheap and desperate. Don't. Now, I understand that of late, women are said to be more in population as opposed to men. So, literally, we are desperate, that's for sure. But then do not throw this off onto the guys first. Yeah. So it could be that you met this guy or this guy approached you, you exchanged numbers, and then you part your ways. So the next day, you literally expect this guy to call you, okay? But for some reasons, guy doesn't call you the first day, guy doesn't call you the second day, guy doesn't call you the third day, and then now you start with a phone calls, okay? So you call this guy 3 times, 5 times, he's not picking, you start sending WhatsApps, he's not responding, you start sending the guy text messages. My God, now that is acting so desperate and so cheap. Please don't do that. Don't do that. If he doesn't call you, keep your cool. If he calls you, pick the phone. And then, now I'm not saying that you should completely not call this guy. If he calls you, say 2-3 days, you can also call on the 4th day. But if he goes silent, please do not over call this guy, do not over text this guy. You will appear to be so desperate and cheap. And of course, no man wants that kind of a woman. Next point, number 5, is never ask for money or any favors from a man, especially one that you are just getting to know or one that you are just getting to start dating. Now, women, you need to understand that each time you ask for money from a man, obviously that is a no-go zone. I mean, obviously. Next point, number 6, is compliment him. Now, ladies, just like we love being complimented, just like we blush each time we are complimented, these guys equally love being complimented, okay? Now, I want you to be a little different when you are complimenting them, okay? So this business of saying, oh, you're handsome, oh, I love your height, oh, I love your body. Because remember, these are compliments that must have already been told to them. So what you are going to do is be a little different, yeah? So you are going to concentrate on compliments to do with his work, compliments to do with his passion, compliments to do with his talent, you get. So instead of saying, you're handsome, you could be like, baby, I love the way you are good at your work. I love the way that you are passionate about ABCD. Okay, so try to compliment something that is feasible instead of the general compliments. It will make a big difference. Next point is give him total attention. Ladies, it's important. Now, it could be that this guy has taken you out for dinner or for a drink, but when you reach there, you are busy on your phone. You know how people are so addicted with their phones these days. I mean, there are a few times that I go out and then you get a table like of 5 people, but they are all busy on their phones. Now, in my head, I'm like, why did you guys come out in the first place? Yeah? Why didn't you each remain in your houses and then concentrate on your phones? Because to me, the reason why people would go out is because you want to, spend some time together, relate, you get, but not being on your phone. So ladies, if a man takes you out, try as much as possible to give him total attention. Do not be distracted by your phone. Do not be distracted by the problems you have at home, the fights that you had at your workplace. Try to make sure that you give him total attention. Okay, are we together? Next point, number 8, is never rush giving him sex. Never rush it. Now, I know there's a time where some of us, because we've been in total disappointment, we've been in different relationships, all disappointed, you reach a point and you're like, what do men want? Okay, because today you get this guy, you try to delay giving him sex, and he also disappoints you. And then tomorrow you get another one, you rush giving him sex, and he also disappoints you. So at some point you're like, oh, what exactly am I supposed to do? Well, sister, come close. Never rush to give a man your juicy part. Never do that, okay? Now, if this man is meant to be yours, for sure, he will wait, yeah? But if he is not meant to be yours, even when you rush to give him your juicy part, even when you make sure that you give it to him real well, you scream like you want the roof to get off. If he's not meant for you, if he's just using you, he will go. Okay, so never rush. When you do that, that alone will show that you are so cheap, and that alone will mean that every man that comes around, you always sleep around with. So please don't rush opening your legs for this man. Next point, number 9, is hang out with the right people. Okay, now they say birds of the same feathers flock together. Yeah, so if you are the kind of lady who hangs out with the wrong company, probably you are with ladies who take cigar, you are with ladies who smoke, you are with ladies who walk almost naked. I mean, of course, when this guy sees you with that kind of company, that is no way that he is going to take you seriously, okay? And unless he just wants to eat you, but if he wants you for a serious relationship, trust me, that alone will drive him away from you. So please make sure that you choose your friends wisely and also hang out from the right place. And lastly, point number 10 is pray for the right partner. Very important. Now, as human beings, of course, we may do the 9 tips that I have told you, but if this is not the right partner for you, then still at the end of the day, things will not work out. So it's very important to pray and also take guidance from God on the right partner for yourself. Trust me, when you pray, you can never go wrong. Now, I know this should have been the first point, but for certain reasons, I decided to make it the last point. Well, guys, that has been it from me today. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Let's communicate in the comment section. In case you are a man, you've watched this video up until the end, let me know, is this really what can attract you to a woman? Have I left out some things? Have I exaggerated somewhere? Let's communicate in the comment section. And if you are a woman, what do you think? Are you going to implement this? Have you ever tried to implement any of this? Did it work? Did not it work? Let's all share in the comment section. And please, before you get off, again, in case you are not yet subscribed, please subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so that you are notified. Don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to leave a comment, and above all, please share this video with your friends and family. I'll be so honored. Love you guys. Bye.